Hey guys, this is for a contest entry for Bones 911BONEZ contest number 2. What my favorite NES game is. I played a lot of NES games when I was growing up, but this one game really stands out. I got this on my birthday when I was in high school, and originally I asked for a game called Baseball Stars, and when I went to get that game was no longer being made, so my uncle Dave, he got me this game called Baseball Simulator 1000, and I didn't know what to make of the game because it wasn't what I the original one I asked for, but I popped it in. As soon as I popped it in and started playing it, thought it was really a lot of fun. Me my Uncle Dave, and my grandma, we all played the Baseball Simulator 1000, so it was a lot of fun. And then I played against the computer a couple times. The computer kind of cheats, it kicks your butt, but what the heck. But the true experience was that you could create your own characters, choose your special abilities and stuff like that, name your teams and stuff. But the one thing I remember the most was when in high school, one night we went over to my friend's house. He never played that game before, so I brought it over. We played one game. It was Friday at night, so there was no school for the weekend. So we got into this, decided, hey, let's play a season game, an entire season. So we each created our own teams and stuff like that, and we played the whole entire season. Well, we played it. It took at least, most of Friday. We stayed up pretty late, and then Saturday morning we got up early and we played. We played quite a bit. The only times we actually took breaks when we had to use the restroom or we ate dinner. I mean, we were like in a long haul on season mode, but it was a lot of fun. Then we go to church in the morning, and then Sunday afternoon we finally finished the big giant season. It took a long time, but it was a lot of fun because we were really competitive. When we were playing against the computer, we try to help each other. Try to say, hey, this person, this computer is gonna probably do this, and so when we were playing against the computer, we were trying to help one another beat the computer so that they wouldn't win the seasons. But then when it came to us playing, we just got down and dirty. We'd be like, like where you'd like, it's like, you play those moves where you're saying, oh, I dropped my controller, and then you faked it, pretend you dropped your controller, and then you'd still manage to hit the button and throw the, and you just like did a lot of crazy things. The special abilities were really cool in that game where you hit the ball and some of them. One, you'd hit the ball and the ball would hit the ground, it would start shaking. There's ones where it would hit the ground and it would go into a different path. One where you couldn't pick it up at all because it would swirl. One would like where it would create a whole bunch of shadows underneath the ball, so you couldn't figure out which was the ball, the shadow. So, I mean, the mechanics weren't that tight, but it really didn't matter. The gameplay was what the controls were too much, because it was just the whole aspect of the game. It was like a baseball game that there was like nothing else. It was just whimsical, crazy things you could do in the game. It was more like just having good times. It didn't matter if bases loaded was better. It was the fact that this game had what other baseball games didn't have at the time. It really did a great job. You had the actual had stadiums that were in space. You had, so it was a normal baseball stadiums, and getting home runs was more plausible in this game. And it was even funnier when you could had someone do a missile ball. They jump up to catch it, and you see their outfielder go, "Ah!" and they hit against the back wall of the stadium, and they're out cold while you're running laps around the bases to get a basically a free home run. Or so it's kind of neat. So yeah, that's definitely one game that I really remember a lot and played it quite a bit. It wasn't one of the ones that's usually like Mario Bros, but it was definitely one that stood out, and it was not just me having to play, but it had a lot of connections with my friends and family. It was one game that got everyone together to play, so that's why that one definitely stands out the most for me. Thanks for watching. Bye.